Let's start off with, who are you as a human being and in relation to Cohere, and how did you get to here?
Well, my name is Dakotah Apostolou, and I am one of the co-founders of Cohere, and I'm currently holding the CEO cap. And how did I get here? A big piece of this has been how do we really create impactful change on the planet? And that's, of course, a very complex thing, and our belief is the first step is to connect the leaders. Connect people who really are working and striving to make the world a better place, and bring them together into containers, into spaces, into really epic locations where people can amp each other, and in turn expand our collective ripple of impact to build new systems that help us balance the way we live with the planet so that we can all thrive. I'm passionate about several things. One, design in architecture as well as in business. And how do we take complex systems and boil them down to a series of steps to make impactful change and impactful possibilities? That really I find extraordinarily exciting in architecture, where we integrate new and old building materials and techniques, to business, where we utilize new financing tools to make everybody an owner in a collective commons. These are the things that really excite me. My big vision for humanity is one where our base economy is a product of how much we can restore and enhance the system. I really believe that energy exchange is such a critical piece of this, and if we can create new economic systems, that has an incredible ripple, where if our economy could be based on how much we restore the ecosystem and enhance our communities, that to me is how we can really help humanity thrive inside of this time of radical change. The impact of Cohere on my reality, internally and externally. Internally, it's one of these things where what I find, there's something incredibly practical in living in community and living with other like-minded people who want to enhance their inner landscape. How do I continue to make shifts in my embedded behavioral patterns so that every day I'm imbued with joy and I have enough of a cosmic understanding to keep things in perspective? So that Cohere is a means, and building out the business of Cohere and launching this has been a means of bringing together incredible people from around the world to support each other and what it looks like to change my internal thought patterns and my egos and all these inner dynamics that kind of hide in the unconscious, and bring them into the awareness so then I can play with them, I can design them. So that's like the empowerment through community that enables me to go deeper into my inner work, then gets reflected on the external side, where I get to live in epic places with epic people who are extremely motivated and energized, that then energize me. And it's like this symbiotic feedback loop where we're always like constantly amping each other and really, making a life of a paradise. Let's make life paradise, like every day, no matter where we are. What if we can do that, and together externally we do, and then it just continues to make my life full of more joy and more beauty around me. Let's see. One of them that's really essential is this idea, where I hold everything's better than you could possibly ever imagine. And this is an incredible life hack that I learned from mentor Rennie Davis, around how when I put everything in my life on this default setting that it's working out better than I could imagine, then I'm just helping to create that every step of the way. And that becomes very empowering and it makes life that much more exciting. And then respect for Mother Earth, respect for everybody, and really holding that as a centerpiece in my own inner life. How do I move beyond blame, where I'm radically responsible for my own reality and how I'm creating myself in the world, and Instead of being a victim of the circumstance, I see every circumstance as the golden opportunity to discover some new piece of myself, or some new opportunity that we can create or co-create as a community. So holding that things are always working out, and then holding respect for every other piece of life, those are really essential pieces that we're consciously imbuing in Cohere. Because what if we can germinate these communities around the world with some of those ethos? We believe that those are at least a couple essential components to a successful community.